What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome to Angry Birds Legends. This is a brand new hero collector currently in closed beta. This hero collector obviously is based on the Angry Birds IP. So in today's video, let's see how the closed beta is shaping up thus far as this game gets closer and closer to an official release, starting off of course with the heroes that you can collect. Now obviously this is an Angry Birds game, so you can expect to collect Angry Birds. Now, with that being said, when I first saw this game, it was like way back in March. I was gonna cover the game way back then, but I was like, yo, this game looks way too early. I'm gonna check back in with it a little bit later. Obviously, FG forgot about the game until now, almost November, and the game still feels like there has not been a lot of progress. So let me kind of show you what I see so far. So, of course, the game is an Angry Birds game. There's going to be Angry Birds. There's also going to be piggies. For whatever reason, there's also humans. And I know why there's humans in the game, and I'll kind of explain that. But I do not think they should continue putting humans in. I think they should go through the entire roster of characters here, remove all the humans, and then reimagine them as Angry Birds or pigs, because they actually do a really good job when it comes to reimagining the Angry Birds. Like when you think about what Angry Birds used to look like way back in the day, they were just like a big circle fat bird, right? That's all they were. But throughout the years, I think they've done a really good job of reimagining the Angry Birds in different types of franchises and movies and things of that nature. I think this character looks great. I think these other human characters look terrible. Now let me explain why humans are in the game and why they look awful, right? So when they made this game, they decided to make two games, right? And why they decided to make two games was to try to test the market to see which one was going to be more effective. So they made Angry Birds Legends, and they also made another game called Chronicles of Legends, right? So Chronicle of Legends is like the human version of this game, and then of course Angry Birds is the Angry Birds version of the game. So while they were doing the testing, they felt that the Angry Birds Legends game was going to be more successful, so they dropped Chronicles of Legends, and they're gonna go full steam ahead with Angry Birds Legends. So I give you that convoluted backstory to say this. The reason why there's humans in the game is because they made a game called Chronicles of Legends, which had more humans in them, and they didn't feel like scrapping all those resources. So here's my advice to Angry Birds Legends. Scrap all those resources. Take all of the humans out of the game. Just make it only Angry Birds and Angry Pigs, right? Do not use any of these generic humans in your game. They look terrible. This art style is something that I like to call focus group art style. So when I mean focus group art style, this means, you know, this happened like several years ago. I doubt current focus groups are still saying that this is their favorite art style, but I think 8 years ago, 10 years ago, there was a focus group and they showed people that were a mix of gamers and non-gamers and things of that nature. They showed a bunch of casual folks different art styles. And this art style right here was the least offensive art style to any of them. This is the art style that pulled the best with people that were non-gamers, casual folks, you know, housewives and dads that have never played a video game before, grandpas and grandmas. This was the art style that was the least offensive. This was the art style that garnered the most downloads possible. And the reason for that is because, you know, people that aren't gamers, they see like an anime art style. Like, let's take Epic 7, for example. And once again, do not get offended when I say this. I'm being very generalistic, very, very generalistic. But let's say like a middle-aged housewife sees Epic 7, they see those graphics and they go, you know what, that game doesn't look like it was made for me. I'm not gonna play that game. It looks like it's not made for me. But when they see graphics like this lady here, they feel a little bit more comfortable playing these games. And that's why I've always hated focus group art style. It's such a safe art style to do. It has no creativity. It's never going to be a hit, right? You're never gonna get people to go crazy in your banners, to go crazy and download your game with a focus group art style. I don't know why that rant was too long, but well, here we are in combat, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys can see, you can bring 4 characters to combat, and the combat system is actually exactly like 7 Deadly Sins. So you can combine cards. Each one of the cards has different effects. So a 1-star card versus a 3-star card are gonna have different effects. Not to mention you can slide around the cards as well. Once again, exactly like 7 Deadly Sins. But I will say this, and don't come for me, the combat is actually better than 7 Deadly Sins. Don't come for me, all right? Don't come for me. But the reason why I say it's better is because when you select a card, like this card is an AoE card, when you select it, it immediately goes off. It just goes off. So there's no wasted cards, right? Think about Seven Deadly Sins where you do an attack that's too strong, but you were too scared that it wasn't going to do enough damage, so you kind of double up your cards. You don't really have to do that in this game at all. You can very meticulously do the amount of damage that you need to do. So once again, just like Seven Deadly Sins, if I want to drag this card over here, those kind of combine together. That's a heal I really don't need. A little damage over time ability. I can smack you, do a little damage there, hit you with a little attack. For whatever reason, the game is very laggy. There's a lot of slowdown. It seems as if the game is kind of locked into a low graphic setting. And I've said this in other games before. It seems like the graphics can go higher. Like, this does not seem like the highest graphic setting. I wouldn't be surprised that by the time this game eventually hits, official release, the graphics gonna look better, hopefully. But right now, it's extremely laggy. Everything just looks a little low res, but I'm confident that that's not going to be the case once the game eventually comes out. So let's go ahead and hit you with the AoE there. I'll try to build up an ultimate here as well, so you can see what the ultimates look like. You can see below the character, you can see these little pips here that correspond to your ultimate. Now I have an ultimate right here. I know this is still an early closed beta, but I would definitely like to see more, flashiness on the card when the ultimate's ready, and then of course more flashiness on the actual abilities when they come out as well. But that is combat here in the world of Angry Birds Legends. Like I said, I think it's a better version of Seven Deadly Sins. I really do. Not the game. Hold on. Don't come for me. Not the game itself. I think the combat system, the way the cards go off immediately, I think that's better than Seven Deadly Sins combat. I do. Now, I don't know what that means when it comes to like PvP, for example. I don't know how that changes, especially with live PvP. I'm not sure that works as well. But when it comes to, of course, games in a very early beta, but they still want my money. And I'm pretty sure you can spend money yes, you can. You can spend money. I don't know why they're taking money already, because daily quests aren't even in the game. Guilds aren't in the game. PvP is not in the game. There's nothing you can do in the game right now other than some campaign quests, which most people would argue is kind of like the least fun part of playing most hero collectors, is going through, all of the ho-hum campaign stages. Now, that's something I really like. When a Redbird comes out in combat, he has a passive that automatically does AoE damage to everyone. I think that's pretty cool. You don't see that too often. So let's go ahead and run through here a little bit, combine some cards. I really cannot wait for them to kind of fix the lagginess of it. And I did some research before I recorded the video to kind of look at some of the reviews, and people are saying the same exact things on the Play Store. They're saying that the game is just very laggy, and it looks like when you click a skill, there's a hesitation. There's just a lot of FPS issues at the moment. But you know what? It's a closed beta. We're just taking a look to see how the game is shaping up. My overall, the positive things I say, once again, the Angry Birds look good. I think they look very cool in this reimagined world. I got to give them props on that. Take out all the humans. You don't need them. You gain nothing by having humans in your game whatsoever. And you guys are creative enough. I have faith. You guys are creative enough to reimagine all of these characters as birds and or pigs. I'm sure you can. No need to have these humans. There's not going to be anyone that ever is going to go crazy spending money trying to get those human characters. I assure you. I promise it. I put it all on the line to tell you that no one's gonna go deep, real deep for Mr. Chef Baker guy over here with the cauldron. This is not gonna happen. All right, let's do some damage here. Very, very nice. There is an elemental weakness system in the game as well. And you'll kind of, can I show you? I can't actually show you the actual circle, but there is an elemental weakness system, as you guys might expect. Do a nice little AoE here. The ×4 seems a little slow. You know what I mean? Let me see what ×2 feels like. Yeah, I can't wait for them to get the fluidity of the cards and the combining, because it doesn't feel good yet. I don't know if that really, you can really kind of tell in this video, but clicking cards and sliding them, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel snappy like Seven Deadly Sins. Oh, now Seven Deadly Sins is good, FG. A little bit. Pretty good. All right. Another little ultimate here from Mr. Redbird there. And then down you go. So far I haven't seen any autoplay just yet, but I assume that maybe it's in the game. All right, one last encounter, and that is where we're gonna call it, because like I said, the game currently in closed beta, There's really no content in the game. I'm very confused on why this game is even live right now. Like, I don't know why they're allowing people to play the game right now. It just seems a little strange, in my opinion, considering how little gameplay is in the game. You really can't do anything. And they're still allowing money to be accepted. It's just, Rovio has enough money that they can keep this game in a closed beta state until there's a lot more content in it. I'm hoping, and I have no facts to back this up, I'm hoping that they're not trying to plan to release this game as an MVP. Did I just crash? Oh, come on, Angry Birds Legends. Not today, Angry Birds Legends. You have to stand trial, my friend. Rovio, I think they have enough money to have this game sit in a closed beta, get rid of her, to sit in closed beta and actually have more features, more refinement before they actually show it to the public. I think this beta is just, it doesn't do, I don't think it's really helping at all. And I know, you're trying to get feedback, you're trying to knock out bugs. I just think it's too early for that. I really do. I think this is going to kind of turn people off to the game a little bit, but who knows? Who knows? Once it finally comes out, it might be in a better state. You like how I just stalled my way through that little loading screen, reboot, crash? You love to see it. I'm a pro. All right, last fight. See the birds? The birds look so much better. They're so much more creative. Drop the humans. No humans, ladies and gentlemen. Please, no. I should have combined those two together. Put this bad boy on ×4 speed again. No need for me to continue stacking dots there. Or maybe? Are you going to die before you pop over again? Let's ignore you, hit someone else. Or we can just take you in an AoE splash here. Combine those two cards. Yeah, they definitely got to get the snappiness of the cards together. But once that happens, it'll be in a slightly better state. I'm under no disillusion that the game is gonna like take over the world or anything like that, but it can definitely be a better experience. Little piggy there, getting bigger and bigger. I do love that entrance, man. Very nice. We'll go for a nice little AoE here. We'll do one of my favorite abilities for all warriors in all games, just yelling at people. Yell at you so hard you take damage. That is quite interesting. All right, I guess we'll finally do this tier 3 defense ability here. I forgot what it did, actually. What does it do? Heals lowest health. Oh, well, whatever. I'm just gonna do it just to get rid of it. Let's go ahead and do an ultimate to you. That was a little lackluster, a little bit. All right. And then we'll get all the way up to battle 3, and then that is where we will call it, my friends. Let's do that. Can we kill you without? We'll probably kill you with this. There you go. Very nice. All right, let's see if there's anything big. This is the last boss fight of the chapter. We're just gonna be fighting a clone of ourselves and a bunch of VVs. That's fine. Thought that was gonna be a one-shot, not quite. Finish you off with a little yell. Man, it's the lagginess, dude. I think hopefully it comes across in the video that you can kind of see that it is not a very snappy experience. Let's see what your ultimate looks like. Cool, all right. And there you go. So that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Nice little look at a very early closed beta version of Angry Birds Legends. It's been out for such a long time. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I first saw this game in March, and it doesn't seem like a lot of progress is being made at all. So I don't know. Hopefully they're still working on it. Hopefully this is not something that is just like, I've seen this before. Sometimes a company will allow a side project to be worked on, but they won't actually give that side project any real resources. They'll play it really, really safe, see how it goes. If it makes a little bit of money, if they see a little bit of interest, then they'll go, all right, we'll go ahead and give you guys a little bit of, funding to actually put the game out. I hope that's not the case here, even though all signs are kind of pointing to that. I hope that's not the case. Now, I don't expect anything just absolutely mind-blowing from Rovio in a game called Angry Birds Legends. If you're looking for like innovation when it comes to the hero collecting genre, you're not going to get it from a company or a game like this. They're definitely going to just slap their IP on something, make it as safe as possible, and try to print money. But I think there's still a market for the Angry Birds IP a little bit. I know that sounds crazy to say, but I think the characters look cool. They're unique. They're their own niche. No one else can do it. And in a sea of hundreds, if not thousands of hero collectors, take any advantage that you can. And the Angry Birds IP absolutely is an advantage. So good luck to them if they ever get this game out. I'll take a look at it probably sometime next year. So Angry Birds Legends, ladies and gentlemen, my name is FG3000. I thank you a ton for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.